Hello and welcome to another episode of the INVICTUS Community Stream. My name is Justin James, and I am here with 5 outstanding gentlemen. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And somewhat questionable.
Somewhat questionably outstanding gentlemen. We are here with Austin Jones, Chris Hackney, Daniel McCollum.
Later.
Sorry, the applause, the crowd just is too loud today. We got Bob Lyle. Hello, Bob.
Hey.
And last but not least, our fearless GM, Ryan. And they are going to be playing a game for you, the wonderful audience, called, wait for it, Don't Rest Your Head. And it's a game that I've personally never played. I don't know anything about it. So I take it, Ryan, would you be able to give us just a little bit of a synopsis of what this game is?
Yeah, Don't Rest Your Head is a really well-developed Evil Hat game about basically based in what's called the Mad City, full of people who are awake, people who no longer can fall asleep because they have found this Mad City and they have found that there are really nightmares that are out to get them. So
it's Evil Hat, you said? They're the same people that did Fate Core, right?
Yeah, yep.
Fantastic. Well, it sounds like a great game. Are you guys excited to play it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Excellent. All right. Well, without further ado, I'm going to leave it to you, Ryan, and wish you guys all the best as you play. All right.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much.
Thank
My
you.
pleasure. Have fun, guys.
All right. So, currently, there is a completely dark room, and your eye or your consciousness, all of you, slowly comes back to you as you look around. You hear a slight dripping of what you assume is water, just a single drop, drop, drop. And as your consciousness comes back to you, you're looking around, and this room is completely dark. Your hands are tied to a chair. So I want you all to go around and tell me what happened before you lost consciousness. We can start with you, Piper.
Okay. I was doing some work for some of my fellow students and saw some teachers actually commit a murder at the school. They know that I saw them, and I ran to a friend's house to hide. My friend actually, she hid me in a closet, and unbeknownst to me, was part of this whole conspiracy at the school. She called the teachers, and they came to the house. Right before they could break into the room I was in, I jumped out a window and ran down a dark alley. And at the end of the alley was a dead end yesterday, but today it has an archway, totally black. I can hear some whispering and stuff from it. They jumped down out of the window, and I have no choice but to run through this archway to get away from them. And everything went black after that.
All right. So Dan and Hank, in this small formation, you are just to the left. So you notice there are other chairs, Pipers. You kind of like move and try to get your bearing around with your hands behind your back. You notice there are other chairs also, presumably with other people. So Hank, can you tell us what the last thing you remember is?
Definitely. I don't know, I'd gone out the night before. There's a nice little karaoke joint a little bit, about maybe a mile down the way from where my ramshackle apartment is. And I was bored, so went out there and was good at singing, but didn't really see anyone except maybe a few familiar faces, and just ended up feeling kind of dejected and put out. So I ended up getting a 12-pack of beer, wandering back to my place, and when I get there, I go to turn on the TV, and the TV ain't turning on. And at first, I thought it was my cat, because I have a cat that loves to eat the power cords of all my appliances. She's an evil little thing. But then as I go to investigate, I realize that the cord's fine. And then I turn around and notice a strange door next to my closet that hadn't been there. And I'm not really quite sure if I walked towards it or not. I wasn't particularly in the best mindset at the time. And now I'm here.
All right. Next.
All right. I was walking on my way home after bartending, and as I was crossing the Ambassador Bridge, there was a group of men standing at the end of it. They started hollering at me and threatening me. They pulled out a gun, and my only way out was to jump off the bridge. I don't remember hitting the water.
All right.
Right. Okay. Having escaped what it was that chased him, I basically ran. Then I've written this in third person. So, having escaped whatever it was that chased him, the 20-something then poured the contents of the pill bottle down the nearest drain before asking, "What now?" To which the voice in his head rather gruffly told him to go home and try and keep out of trouble. Easier said than done. The rainy grey streets that had been so familiar to him now took on an alien quality.
So you get up, try and you're going to go ahead and try to smash the chair against the
wall. Yeah.
The wall. All right. That is a difficulty of pain of 3. I'll get my terminology right. All right. That is a success. So you're standing. You smash a part of the chair against the wall. You still have a couple of bits like tied to it, like the posts of the chair are still kind of tied to your arm, but the main portion where you were seated is down, and your feet are still tied together. But your hands are free.
Okay, I'm going to untie my feet.
All right. Yeah, that's
well.
no
I'm going to keep my eyes on these men in the room. I don't know.
Okay.
As I do that.
Okay. Cool. What's everybody else doing?
I just hear the noise. I'm like, what the hell was that?
Yeah. As you sort of move, you feel your back brush up against your arm, and something feels very, very wrong. You feel like string or rope or something. You're not quite sure. But it feels like it's embedded into your back, and it's pretty sore to the touch.
That's everybody?
Well, that is particularly Dan.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm going to do my best not to hyperventilate at that point. What the hell is going on here?
I'm going to go ahead and try and stand up.
Do the same? Okay. Are you doing anything differently, or are you doing the same thing that Piper did?
Same thing.
Okay. You can't see anything at this point, so you're not really sure what she's doing. But you heard the noise and could presumably, yeah, totally.
Somehow. I'm just going to try and throw my body back. See if it won't break just under my weight.
Yeah. Okay. Same thing. Pain of 3. What, 6, 3, 2, 5. Yep. So that is definitely a success. Pain and discipline dominates. So
Sweet.
cool. Yeah. You also break off the chair. Same thing though. Yeah.
It feels like it's embedded in my back.
You feel across your arm. Like you look at your arm and there is this really terrible stitching in your arm. It looks poorly done, and the stitching is like almost cord-like, like it's entirely too thick.
Ugh. God damn, what the heck is this?
What is it? What do you have? Just calling out in the dark.
The cords running through my arm?
I think I had something in my back. Oh my god.
And there's clearly an incision. Like this was done as like a stitching to go back and forth. So.
Oh, I think I got cut or something. They used it to stitch it.
Listen, I don't even know who you guys are, but can someone untie me? I need to. Does anyone have a lighter? Anyone smoke around here?
I checked my pockets for a lighter.
You presumably have a lighter.
Alright, I flick it on. And I move towards the voice that was yelling.
Thanks.
Okay. So.
I need help getting untied. I need to know what's going on with my back here. Thank you.
So I'm going to take my lighter and look under him to see like what's going on with his back, if I can see anything.
Yeah, so just by the sort of back left side of him, his lower back, there's been a single long incision, and this cord, the same cord-like substance, has been used to put it back together. And again, rather sloppily.
Ugh.
Like the skin's kind of folding over one another. And
oh my god.
Do you want me to cut it?
No, don't cut it open. Just cut me. If you can cut my hands loose though, and my feet.
All right, I move over to his hands. Is it the same thing where it's like stitched in like that, or is it just normal rope?
it's normal rope. So your hands were tied to the chair, but you have an incision on an arm and this different, yeah.
Okay, sorry. All right, so I just I cut the rope then for him.
Thanks.
All right.
Hi.
I'm Hank, by the way. Thank you so much.
Kevin, nice to meet you.
Nice
If you
to
wouldn't
meet
mind
you.
letting me... Okay, never mind. I'll just say, if you wouldn't mind freeing me as well, I'm kind of in the same barrel as you guys. As long as a little toy on a tricycle doesn't come in and start laughing at us, I think we're fine. But for the moment, if you just free me, please.
Yeah, no problem. I didn't even know that this guy was here.
Oh, sorry, Tim.
Ah, Kevin.
Hi.
As I hear everybody talking, I'm going to pick up the largest section of my broken chair and tie some rope around it. And I'm going to say, you with the lighter, come here and light this rope, and we'll get a little bit more light in here with this torch.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. I was going to say, as you're kind of like feeling around for rope and things like that, I assume you're feeling around, like, see if you have a lighter. You notice some cord that's been stitched into your chest, Piper.
Okay.
Huge incision from like one part of the top of your body down, and there is, sorry, I guess it would be along two sides of your back. An incision going down from right underneath your both shoulder blades, long, and this cord is.
So it's on my back?
Yeah, on your back, not on the front.
So I've got two of them, so I reach back like this.
you're like reaching back to like look for, for your pockets. And as you rub back, you feel the soreness. And then, you're like, what the? So.
Okay.
Dare I ask? Now I've got my hands free. Just typical sort of, specs, wallet, and keys. Do I find anything?
Yeah, you go to reach for your specs and you feel it across your, like, the side of your head.
Oh God, I've been lobotomized.
Jesus.
Just starts to freak out.
Just to calm myself down, I'm taking out a cigarette from my pack and lighting that up. So.
Okay.
Would I have my cell phone with me?
Yeah. Yes, you would.
Okay, I'm going to take it out and turn the flashlight on.
Okay. Yeah, the flashlight definitely still works. So you.
Can I bum one?
Yeah, I was just gonna offer. So here you go, Kevin. I owe you.
Thanks, boss.
Yeah. Hope you like American spirits.
Yeah. So, you guys start to smoke. There's a little bit of light in this room, and you guys start to hear a sound coming down from so you're in this dark room and there's a stairwell leading up. You hear sound of something coming down, and you've noticed since you've turned on the cell phone light that there is actually, in fact, a stairwell leading upwards.
Okay, I get everybody's attention and kind of whisper to him. It's like, hey, I think I found a way out.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Where does it lead?
Yeah, do they want us to go that way? Because obviously someone did this to us. I don't know who the hell it was.
I'm pretty sure they didn't want us to even leave the chairs. Leaving the room seems a little dangerous.
We've got to get out of here. I mean, apparently we're in some sort of basement or cellar. We at least have to make it to the street, maybe find a cop.
No, that's what. Do you guys remember anything before you got here?
A bridge?
I was being chased through an alley.
Jumping?
I just gotten back to my apartment after a night out. Well, so I look over at Piper. So what's your name? You haven't introduced yourself yet. I'm Hank, by the way.
I'm Piper.
Piper. Well,
Kevin.
I'd say it's good. It's nice to meet you, but considering the circumstances.
Besides me, does anyone else have a knife or something?
I wouldn't.
I say we break these chairs up and each of us carry a leg as some sort of club.
It's a good idea.
Actually, that is a good idea. All right. Well, I'm gonna go to my chair and break the leg off. So.
Yeah, pick up an arm.
I'm gonna check my cell phone and see if I have a signal.
And to distract myself.
You have.
Go on, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. You started talking before. I just didn't hear you.
I'm sort of like, touching this wound, trying to figure out whether it's something that's been cut out or something that's been put in, and then to distract from myself from that, I literally just pick my chair up, seeing the rest of them, and just sort of like smash it against the wall without really thinking about it. He's in total freak out mode.
Okay.
Calm down, Tim.
Don't pick at it.
I don't see any of you with a fucking line in your head.
No, I got it on my goddamn back.
Mine's on my arm.
Everybody just needs to calm down. I'm really starting to freak out here. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah.
You're the one with the light. You should go first.
All right.
I'll watch our 6.
I guess the 18-year-old girl will lead all the way strong men out of here. I start heading up the staircase.
Okay. You head up the staircase, and as you head up, you notice a smell that's different than what's been so far. A noxious smell.
Like death or chemical or
More like death than chemical, but definitely both.
Oh God.
is this a spiral staircase or is it straight?
It is a straight staircase.
Okay. Do I see anything at the top of the staircase?
You start to see like light. It's not light, so it's artificial light, but definitely an outdoors.
I'm going to get on my, hands and knees and kind of crawl up to the top and peer over, see what I can see.
Yeah. So you see before you a wooden, like crazy collection of wooden platforms. It looks almost like a dock. Underneath the wooden platforms is some sort of swamp-like muck. And these seem to, all of these, been a whole bunch of buildings, and they all are on stilts above this muck. This building, based on your understanding of physics, you would assume that this goes underneath the muck, the one that you just came from. But basically imagine like a bunch of intermingling docks that look like walkways or roads. So that are all just above this swamp muck goo stuff, and it smells terrible.
Okay, I turn around and tell him, I said, I think we're in like the bayou in Louisiana or something.
How the heck would we
Miles away from where I was. How did we get here? And what the hell is that smell?
It's everything.
Ugh.
That's true in a few ways.
Look, I just need to get it to a computer, and I can make a computer set up and send it to me. I'll find out where we are and try to get us some help.
You notice now that you're the one, so you kind of are all going close to it. This shambling figure in the distance is coming closer to you. As it gets closer, you start to notice that it looks something like a corpse, but it's bloated. Like it looks like it is full of some sort of gaseous substance. And you also notice some cord in it, some poorly stitched together pieces of cord that seem to be holding various pieces of whatever this thing is together.
So kind of like the cord that is in all
Kind
of
of
us.
like the cord that's in all of you, yeah.
I'm going to grab my chair leg and keep it ready to fight if need be. But I think I'm just gonna be like, Mister, are you okay?
It doesn't respond. You hear it like growling and muttering, but it seems to be totally like it's not responding intelligibly, but its eyes are definitely on you guys, and it is giving you the feeling that it is aggressive.
Looks like he's tweaking out on something.
Dude, that man look. I don't think that thing's alive.
Fair point.
And is it heading towards us on a platform or through the swamp?
On a platform.
And is that the only platform we have to use?
It goes both ways. So you're kind of like, think of it as like you're on the street side. So there are occasionally buildings on the other side, buildings on your side. It is coming to you from what right now is your left. Right looks completely open. It's up to you.
We go right.
Yeah.
Right is right.
Right. Let's
All right.
kind of keep backing up slowly, though. Keep our eyes on it. I don't want it coming up behind us.
One thing you've noticed, Piper, is that this climb up the stairs and walking back has taken a lot more out of you than usual. You're finding it really difficult to breathe.
Okay, so I just put my hands on my knees and I'm breathing real hard, like I'm trying to hyperventilate or something like that.
Yeah, you're not. It's not so much that like you're having to stop, but you're not in great shape. But you spent enough time running that like this should not be an issue.
Is the air thick or?
No, the rest of you don't. Nothing.
Okay.
You're fine. You just assume she's out of shape would be your assumption in this situation.
Look over at her and say, "Hey, you okay? Okay."
No, I'm not.
Okay. Why don't you get behind us and everything if you're moving slower? If that thing comes at us, we'll take care of it.
I'll just slow you down.
I don't think any of us can afford to separate right now. We need you, especially if we're going to get on a computer around here.
You're our best shot at the way home.
So to the best of my ability, I'm gonna, I guess, slow down from a sprint to kind of a loping jog.
Okay. So you're starting to. You guys are sort of backing away from this thing. I mean, even at a reasonable to moderate pace, you can gain on it. It's not moving very fast. You start to notice as you're wandering through this place, there are other denizens of this place. Some of them, a few of them look like they might be human. But mostly you're seeing people that you would at this point probably attribute to like some really excellent cosplay. There's like one guy who comes by with a long jacket, and you look at where his hand should be, and there are just like razors coming straight out. You don't even get a look at his face. Another one that seems to be, there's like this little child-sized creature that seems to crawl by you on all fours, but where its head should be, there's a skull, completely fleshless, boneless, eyeless, and they kind of are not really paying much attention to you.
But we're paying attention to them.
Yeah.
Act natural. How much of a drop is there from the wooden platforms into the swamp below? How much are we talking?
About, yeah, a couple of feet.
Not
2-3 feet.
Sort of damage if you push them off. It's just going to go into the...
More or less, yeah.
Act natural, heads down, go to the right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
as you go ahead.
So I tell everybody, I think we also should try to find a doctor. I mean, we've all got similar wounds and stitching. You know, I'm thinking infection.
I'm just fucking freaking out again.
I'm becoming more and more convinced we were abducted by aliens.
So you continue your walk, and you see a small wooden building. There is a sign at the top of the building, and it says Uncle Jerry's Distillery, and there's actually a human sitting out in front of it.
I immediately
at least I
walk
am.
right towards it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've at this point, you've presumably lost this thing. You haven't seen it for a while. And yeah, there's a guy just sitting out in a rocking chair in front of it, watching everything go by. Also, you notice it's nighttime.
Y'all open?
He goes, yeah, we're always open around here.
Where
How
are
much for a bottle?
Where is here?
Yes. Well, this is the swamps. I mean, I reckon you know you're in the swamps.
We could gather some of that.
The swamps of where?
The city.
The swamp city.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, it's not the swamp city. We just take to calling it the city. But you're in the swamps.
So how much for a bottle?
He goes, depends on what you're looking for. Right now, I got some, let me see. And he kind of like goes back and looks inside real quick. He goes, pulls out a couple of bottles. They look like akin to wine. He goes, well, this right here is some good, pure distilled joy. That's going to run you about 3 coins. He goes, this one, on the other hand, is distilled from sorrow. Right now, we're looking at like 1 coin for that bottle.
Are those brand names? I've never heard of them before.
He goes, well, no, that's the ingredients that we use to make it.
You use emotions.
You never drank any of the joy before? Man, you guys, come on, sit down. And he pulls out some cups and he undoes the cork and he pours you a little bit of like this drink and he puts it right in front of you.
I'm down in it.
Yep.
I push mine
Not
away.
a second guess.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I'm 18. I'm not allowed to drink.
So-
I look
No one
over at
is
her and said,
watching.
I don't think age has much factor right now.
You know,
Is there a typical mirror behind the bar?
you're not actually in the bar right now. He's got like a rocking chair and a little table outside of the shop. So like you're like 7-Elevening this basically. Like you're sitting in front of the chair in front of the shop drinking. So
I'm just looking for something reflective to be able to see this thing on my head and just like trying to compartmentalize that for a second just to be able to function still. Just like, okay, let's just get on with this and carry on and we'll speak to this nice gentleman, get ourselves a nice drink and let you like carry on with what you're doing while I have my mental breakdown. So,
Kevin, you drink this and you feel like at first it's like warm, like the normal alcohol warmth inside of you, but it gets warmer and warmer, but not in a scary way.
Like
you feel like this momentary happiness and you can't describe it exactly, but you realize it's not your own happiness, but you're feeling it. You get the same feeling, Hank, but everybody notices you're starting to look pretty tipsy at this point. And you normally can drink a sizable amount of alcohol. This is,
one
surprising for you.
This is good stuff. You guys should try yours.
You're good.
All right. So, just a quick recap. You just had a conversation with this friendly man sitting in front of the distillery where you drink what he called joy, gave you a nice happy feeling, and you currently are interrogating him about the whereabouts of this place, and also how to get out. And he's told you about a bus station that will take you to 2 other locations known as the Black City and the Clockwork District.
I look at it and I go, so there's definitely buses up the way here.
Yeah, Yeah, buses run all the time.
All right, I slap my hands on the table and scoot my chair back, and it's like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm out.
Seconded.
Yeah, we got to get out of here. I'm just, whatever that was, guys, I'll tell you that much. Where do you guys think we should go to then?
Anywhere but here.
Yeah.
Well, the buses have directions for you. So there's a line for the bazaar. There's a line for the Clockwork District. There's a line for the Black City. I reckon you don't want to be heading to the Black City.
Why not? Remember, we don't know anything around here.
It was, yeah, I know you're new. The Black City, well, that's mostly for them. They're nightmares. He goes, not too many of our type head out there.
What's a nightmare?
He goes, well, surely you've seen the things walking around here. Don't look nothing like a person.
Yeah. Oh, we saw those things.
Yeah, those are nightmares. They're part of the city and part of what makes it keep ticking. Good customers, I tell you, some of them.
So they're not violent?
Well, I mean, if you don't go pissing them off, and if they don't want nothing from you.
What would they want?
Oh man, it depends on the nightmare. Tell you, you get a job, you lie low, you ain't got no problems.
Best bet for work sounds like the bazaar.
Yeah, probably. At least we can probably find some stuff. I don't know. Maybe someone knows how to get back home from here.
Speaking of buying some stuff, how much did you say that bottle was?
It's normally 3 coins, but you folks look like you could use a drink. It's all right. This is on me.
Thank you.
I snatch it from him. And I take a big old swig of it. And I just hand it off to Hank.
I'll take a little sip and then I'm going to pass it on. I'm still, oh my God, that shit is strong.
Just fill my shot glass again. And before I actually managed to pour it down my neck, I sort of pause and go, how is this harvested? Where does this come from?
He goes, well, you go down to the bazaar, you get a collection of the, joy memories. It's a hard market, but then I take them back to my distillery and I seed them, I ferment them, and you get this.
Well,
that makes about as much sense as anything else around here.
Say I was feeling particularly joyful. How would they be extracted exactly? Are we talking, or what?
I mean, I don't do any of the extracting. I just buy. He goes, but there are guys out there who, if you want to sell your memories, certainly they'd let you buy it, or certainly they'd be obliged to buy it.
Just nails the shop.
And I look at the Bart or the storekeeper, whoever he is, and I go, this is all fascinating, but we have to be going. And I look at everybody and say, right, guys.
To the bus station. I stumble away.
Yeah. It's been a shitty ass day, but I'm actually starting to feel pretty good about everything now.
Me too, man. Me too.
Still really wish my back hadn't been sewn up, but hey, what you gonna do?
So you start to, some of you walk, some of you stumble away, and you make it to the bus station with little to no trouble. And you see 4 lines for buses. You have, I'm sorry, 3 lines. One that's heading to, that is clearly marked Bazaar. One that is marked the Black City. One that is marked the Clockwork District. You know that the one to the Clockwork District and the one to the Bazaar are, the Clockwork District is probably mostly human. The Bazaar is a combination of pretty equal parts of these, what you've been told are called nightmares and other things. And the Black City is exclusively nightmares.
Quick question: How long is the effect of this distilled joy going to last for us?
I mean, it was just like momentarily that you feel the memories, like you drink it, like it happens, and then it's done. Kevin seems to be sobering up. You, not so much.
Okay, that's my question. So, guys, bizarre, right?
Yeah, let's go there. Maybe I can make a quick $1.
Speaking of which, how are we supposed to pay for this thing?
You don't see anyone with money. People seem to be going on the bus, and you don't see any exchanging of coins.
Well, what you gonna do? I say we just get on. If they ask for our ticket, we'll figure that out then.
Walk on over to the bus.
You walk on over to the bus. You get on to the bus, and nobody asks you for a ticket. You don't see anyone handing over tickets. And the bus begins to move, and it kind of stretches out through the swampland for a little bit. You maybe spend 5 to 10 minutes driving, looking at what seems to be endless rows of docks and swamp and like small wooden buildings. And then everything goes completely dark and you can't see anything except for the road. There are lights on this bus and they're illuminating the road, but nothing else. And this goes on for maybe 15, 20 minutes. Then you come out the other side and you see, as the bus is pulling up to the station, you look, and it looks like just tents, little tents, people shouting, hawking all sorts of things. You walk, as soon as you're in, you're getting like, you're hearing people shout, trying to sell goods. It's something akin to like maybe a carnival. And just as far as the eye can see are these little tents.
So the streets are full.
The street, so there's like a street where the bus is going in, and as the bus pulls up, you get out, and it is like just a whole maze of giant tents that look to stretch for forever.
Okay.
It is also still nighttime.
I don't think it's ever daytime around here anyway. By the way, guys, I'm sorry. Whatever that was hit me pretty hard. If hopefully I don't make too much of a fool of myself. I apologize.
You start feeling the urge to vomit.
Oh God! I'm trying to breathe through my nose. That normally helps.
Do you want me to hold back your hair?
I don't have long hair. Just wait.
Yeah.
God, why am I doing this stuff realistically?
It's good. All right. So that happens. And nobody seems too perturbed by it. They just are kind of avoiding that spot. And you see the shanty town. There are people who are like, I got fresh joy. Just taken the best joy right in here. You got another guy like oddities, trinkets, oddities. A third guy who's like, peppers, come get your peppers. And all of the people who are hawking, you don't see a single human. They're all these little short green creatures with like gnashed red teeth, long ears that have lots of gold jewelry like pierced into it, lots of earrings. They're like long and triangular. Fingers are covered also in jewelry, and they're about, I mean, maybe a meter tall, the taller ones. Anywhere from about like 2 feet to a meter, depending. And they're all standing on either stools or in front of their shop, and they are shouting and trying to get your attention.
As we sort of weave in between them, I'm like muttering to myself, kind of aping them, going, "Terror, get your unbridled pants-shitting terror." Just weaving through them, just like, laughing, because if I didn't, I'd probably freak out again.
All right.
But not like broadcasting it, just like, doing it myself.
I tapped him on the shoulder. I think they might actually buy your terror if you're willing to sell it.
I'd be willing to sell it only if I knew how it was extracted.
Well, let's go to the guy who's selling the joy. I'm sure he knows how to.
Can't be any worse than what they've done to us already.
How much money do you think there is for terror? More than joy? I can't see it being popular.
It might be popular with the nightmares.
People like horror movies.
Plus, we can ask the guy questions about the Black City and whatnot.
Oh, what the hell? I'm probably already missing a chunk of brain. Let's go for it. Either that or I've had something implanted, but I'm trying to compartmentalize that for the moment. Backseat.
Aliens definitely, implant things.
I don't know about you guys, but I am feeling kind of probed at the moment.
I'm just following everybody, kind of looking around, thinking to myself, everybody sure seems to be taking this all in stride with these green things and this weird bus, cities with no names that I've ever heard of.
I'm not completely convinced I'm not dreaming. So
I'm pretty sure I'm dead. I jumped off a bridge. This is all just the DMT going through my mind.
You've noticed, Kevin, that you're kind of absent-mindedly itching your arm. Starting to itch a little bit.
Yeah. Pretty bad.
So are you talking to one of the guys who's hawking joy, or are you?
Yeah. We walk over to the guy hawking joy.
He's like, I got joy, fresh joy here. Hey, I see 4 wonderful customers. What can I do you for? I got some good joy right here. I got some real nice vintage rage up here. Yeah. Do I buy? He goes, if you've got joy, yeah, I can. If you got, he goes, well, he goes, yeah. I mean, what are you looking to trade? I buy.
We got terror.
Terror.
A lot of terror at this point.
He goes, terror. He goes, have to be pretty extreme to get a good price on terror. There's plenty of that goes around here, especially from you guys, and he kind of from your kind, and he kind of like snickers and laughs and.
Yeah, what is our kind compared to your kind?
This is why I'm one of the ones in the bazaar. Quite clearly a goblin. I mean, don't you know a goblin when you see one?
No. I thought I was hallucinating. Okay.
New people.
I'm gonna just walk away just kind of walk off. Let somebody else take the lead. Try to deal with this. The fact that I'm not actually hallucinating.
Yeah, I'll just sort of lean into the guy and just be like, this terror is pretty potent. Some strong stuff. I mean, we've got a serious hookup.
Yeah. You got terror. He's got terror. Everybody's got terror. I don't need that.
One question. How is it You know, how's it extracted? How'd you get it? Is terror extracted in a different way to joy?
Oh, you mean you have terror, not like you have terror to give
No,
me.
I've got a friend who has terror. Not me. Obviously, I have a friend who has some terror, and I'll bring him along, and he'll have terror, and you can extract the terror from him. I'm not terrified at all. Obviously, speaking like 20
Yeah, I mean,
words a second.
He goes, yeah, if you're trying to get the feelings and memories out of you, you're going to want to see Grinky.
And where is Grinky?
So if you head straight to the center here, and he points down and he goes, you go left at the guy selling tongues, and then right at the guy who is selling tomes. Then you go straight to the back, and there is a big tent that's completely enclosed. He's got 2 guards outside, Greeno and Deveria. He goes, you talk to them, you hook yourself up with an appointment, and you can make your way in.
Did you just say a stall that sells tongues?
Tomes?
I thought you said tongues, as in...
Well, no, you got to take a right at the stall that's selling tongues, and then a left at the stall that's selling tomes.
That's all I needed to know. That'll be quite an easy one to spot.
Yes. Books would be it. The tomes would be nice. Wouldn't mind.
How much money do you get for a tongue?
For a tongue?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the kind of tongue.
Because right now I'd sell my left nut to get out of here.
My tongue.
Well, genitalia is not something that we generally buy. You might find a specialty dealer. Tongues, they don't go for a whole lot. You got to get maybe 5 or 10 of them for a coin. Certainly, there are some nightmares who have no issue harvesting that many, but they don't come cheap.
Noted. Thanks very much, and we're on our way.
All right.
I walk off at him.
Yeah, I'm just following. I'm gonna look over at Piper and be like, "Are you okay?"
No,
I know she's been a little quiet.
I'm not okay.
None of us are okay right now, but
First we're in Zombie Swamp, and now we're in some sort of role-playing game. No, I'm far from okay.
yeah. Well, trust me, whatever you're feeling, we all are feeling it. It just, we got to stick together. We got to be as calm as possible if we're going to somehow get out of this thing. I mean, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I'm not even completely convinced I'm not awake right, or that I'm not asleep right now. But.
And I reach over and I pinch him.
Ow!
Yeah,
Why
you're
the hell
awake.
did you do that?
This is real.
You know, one of my students treated me like that, they'd have gotten a damn detention.
And I would have got him out of detention. Let's go find Grinky, and so I can go home.
All right.
All right. So you come up on this tent, and there are 2 of these goblins standing in front of the tent. They have a long stick with a big metal implement on the end that looks like it would be heavy if it was swung at you, and there's a pointed end on it as well. So it's like a what do you call those? Like a morning star or something, but at the top of where the circle would be, it is a spiked tip, so it looks like it could be used to either thrust or swing and hit heavily.
I'm going to walk up and I say, we're here. We've been sent to see Grinky.
Got an appointment?
We didn't know we needed an appointment.
You got to get an appointment to meet Grinky.
Then how do we get an appointment?
Yeah, how do we make an appointment?
He goes, well, I might be able to hook you up with an appointment for a favor.
What kind of favor?
He goes, he goes, I need some tongues for my soup tonight. He goes, now I need about 20 of them, but I only got 1 coin. So you go get me 20 tongues. I give you this coin and you get an appointment.
Cheers, thanks very much. Take the coin and just about face. Stick with me, guys. I've got this.
If you've got it, you got it.
Yes.
Just follow.
Yeah, literally just stroll straight bold as brass back up to the the tongue shop and go, Mr. Tongue Salesman, I'd like to buy some tongues. It's your lucky day.
He's like, well, what you looking for? I got, he goes, I got human, I got giraffe, I got panda, I got, and he goes, I got fox tongue. What are you looking for?
At this point, I think, shit, I never actually asked what sort of tongues the guy wanted.
What's the cheapest tongue that you have?
He goes, right now, human tongue is going the cheapest. I can give you 10 tongues for a coin.
And I kind of lean over the counter, and it's like, look, we're only given 1 coin from Grinky. He wants these tongues. He sent us down to get them.
All right. It's going to be a pain of 3 to make that sort of check. So you tell me how many dice you want to roll.
I'll go 3.
Okay. That is a success, but pain dominates. All right. So he's like, Grinky, that dick. Okay. I give you 10 tongues for the coin. Just tell him, that, not to be sending people off anymore. He needs to come himself.
Well, he's a busy man.
Quick, are we? So 10 for the coin or 20?
He's given 20 for 1 coin.
Okay.
So you go back with the coins, and you are the tongues. You give it to him, and he's like, "Great! I can have soup tonight." He's like, "So I can put you down for maybe 14 hours from now."
What have you got in the next 20 minutes?
He goes, well, in the next...
Any chance you can slot us in?
He looks in the next 20... He looks at it. He goes, well, we got Chad coming. We got Sybil. We got... and we got a Sarah coming. I might be able to squeeze you in if nobody shows up, but...
How about you bump Chad for a bottle of joy? And I hold out the bottle of joy.
He's like, I can do that. So he lets you in the tent, and there is a overly plump goblin sitting in the corner, and he's sitting on an actual chair. He has a scepter, but the scepter is too big for him. He's holding it, and it goes all the way to the floor, even though his feet don't. And he's kind of sitting with his feet hanging over it, and he's like, who are you guys?
Or your next appointment.
All right. What is it you need from me?
We need to leave. We need to go home, back to Earth.
We need to figure out how we got here.
I need to know why I have a big gash on my back that's sewed up. Looks like a monkey did it.
Got the same thing on my back, and
Okay.
you guys all have the same.
You show it to him, presumably.
Yeah, I lift up the back of my shirt, point to it.
Yeah. So he looks at it. He takes the scepter. He kind of taps on it, which hurts. And he's like, "You don't want to be going back to the city slumber with that." He goes, "I'm looking at you, and I'm guessing your lungs are gone."
What about me?
He goes, "Well, that looks like an incision for a liver."
Oh God, my liver. I need that.
At this point, I've just gone white, like all the blood's drained out of me.
Yeah. He goes, that looks like a brain.
What about my arm?
You look at it, he kind of taps it with his scepter, and yours starts to crawl a little bit. And he goes, "He didn't take anything out of you. He put something in."
What the fuck did he put in me?
How the fuck are we still alive?
He goes, "Well, this is a mad city, man."
I go to the corner and I start like puking and hyperventilating.
I'm gonna go over and try to calm Kevin down a little bit. I owe him one, so just gotta put my arm around him, like, listen, I don't know how, but it's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay. He put something in me. At least he only just took something from you.
He took my liver. I should not be alive right now. I never did too well in biology, but I know you need a liver to live. And we had these things out or in for, I don't know how damn long we've been here, but it's been long enough that we should all be dead by now. We're not. It says somehow everything is fine for right now. I mean, good God, Tim over there lost his brain apparently. He's still around and thinking.
I found something reflective to look at the scar in, and I'm currently going, "I'm the Tin Man. I'm the fucking Tin Man."
Tim the Tin Man.
I walk over to.
I'm Barney from The
Oh, no, it
Simpsons.
was the heart, wasn't it? Who had no brain? The lion? One of them.
Yeah, that's the Tin Man.
Sorry. Completely ruins it now. No alliteration anymore.
I walk over to everybody, and it's like, well, you know, the way things have been going, the just total weirdness of this place, it would stand to reason that these things were taken from us and we're somehow miraculously still alive. But also, with the stuff that we've seen sold here, maybe somebody's bought Tim's brain and my lungs and a liver, and no telling what's in his arm.
I turn around and I yell, "How do we fix this?"
He goes, "Well, you got a couple of options. You could buy another part. You could hire somebody to do the incision into you and take those things out, or you could find the guy who did this to you and probably get most of those things back."
How the hell do we find who did this to us?
He goes, "Well, I'm looking at this, and my guess is this was the witch doctor."
The witch doctor.
Yeah, he pulls stunts like this all the time.
And where is he?
Where is the witch doctor?
He goes, my guess is the witch doctor he's got two places that he kind of works in. The swamps tend to be where he does his experiments, and the Clockwork City is usually where he's shilling his goods or where he has his practice, as he says. But the stitching, I mean, you look like you were the result of one of his experiments here.
I turn around to everyone else, pull them all into a huddle, and literally just say, "Okay, so stands to reason we've woken up in the witch doctor's house. He did the experiments on us downstairs.
That
Stands to
actually
reason he led
makes
us
sense.
upstairs. We go back. We wait for him. When he comes home, we do him.
And I look at everybody. It's like I don't have time to wait.
Let's go to the Clockwork District where he works,
I agree.
where he
Maybe
has his
we can-
practice. Let's go kick his ass.
Well, what do we do once we get there? If we kill the SOB, he ain't gonna be able to put us right back.
You don't have to kill him, just nearly kill
Lock
him.
them up.
From what I've seen here, everybody wants you to do something for him for some sort of price. Maybe he can give us some sort of little job or an errand to run, and he can give us our organs back.
It's possible.
One way or the other, we have to get to the Clockwork District.
Yeah. Well,
I don't want to go back to that swamp.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go anywhere at this point. But yeah, actually, I gotta. The Clockwork District makes the most sense right now. Who knows when he'll be back to the swamp if he's only there for experiments. He might not have one scheduled for a while.
We were the experiments. You'd have to go
Yeah.
check it eventually.
You think so? But what around here makes sense?
Good point.
You hear Grinky kind of muttering under his breath. I can't believe he's awake. Like, he's like, bunch of pansy awake.
I look at him. It's like, what are you talking about?
He goes, you guys come on in here. No, he's telling us about, he goes, all these awake are always showing off, but all you all, when you first show up, nothing but a bunch of pansies.
Excuse me? I think we've all been having quite a bad day today. You'll have to excuse us if we don't live up to your expectations at this exact second.
All right. All right.
I think it's a day. I don't even really know
What
any.
does the witch doctor look like?
Well, generally the witch doctor has his mask on. He's kind of lumbering and tall. Long, slender fingers. Nails are a little sharp at the end. Dark purple skin. Never takes his mask off. He's got a little wooden mask that he puts in front. Feathers.
Hard to miss, I'd imagine.
Yeah, he stands out.
Where in the Clockwork District is his practice at?
He goes, it'll be easy enough to find. Clockwork District is real organized.
And I ask him, I go, is there any way there's a phone there that we could probably use?
We don't got phones around these parts.
Then how do you communicate between your districts?
I got ways to get people in and out.
Do you have a quick way?
Not one I'm giving up for free.
What do you want for it?
He goes, I could be persuaded to sell it if you have a nice memory that you want to get rid of. We're running a little low on, joy is always a big one. Rage is another one. He goes, those are two things I'm looking for right now. I'll trade you, you give me a memory, and I'll give you a faster way.
Wait. How do we give you a memory? Do we just tell you about it? Or
Well, what you got to do is you got to focus on the memory real hard. I'll take my scepter. I just tap it against your head. I pull it out and I put it into one of these. And he shows you like a small glass it's like a little glass bauble. It's just a round circular thing. And, but there seem to be some that he's holding that are on the shelves that have like a dim glow to them. And there are other ones that don't. And he's holding one without right now.
So after you take it, we don't have the memory anymore. We wouldn't remember it at all.
He goes, it depends on the person. It depends on the memory, but it will not be the same.
I got some rage I can give you.
So do I.
If you want some rage firsthand, the tongue salesman called you a massive dick just now.
He would
told
say
you-
that.
He said to show your fat face around there if you want something. Get it yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he didn't say those things because I would kill him. So,
You've got
No, not angry.
witnesses.
little annoyed because now, if it's true, I got something else to do. And as you can see, I'm a busy guy.
No, I'll give you some rage. I've had my experiences in life, and if they go away, I'd actually be all the happier for it. So
Okay. So describe to me what memory it is that you're giving him.
well, in the background, there was the incident where one of my students actually tried to break into my house and murder me, and I was ready to fight him. I had to organize my own rescue, and there's still a lot. And then I was basically just kind of thrown under the bus by the district afterwards. There's a lot of anger there about that entire thing. It was terrifying as well. So there'd be rage and terror. You'd get 2 for 1.
Yeah. So you feel like the rage starting to dissipate from this memory. The memory isn't gone. He's pulling it, and he is now like slowly putting it in there. And now instead of like, so before you had this rage to sort of bounce out the fear from this feeling that was keeping it together. Now that the rage is gone, anytime you think of this, you feel gut-wrenching terror. Like now you are just absolutely horrified by this, and you don't have that sort of balance of like keeping your sanity. So now you're just like really scared about this, and it's kind of surprisingly overwhelming.
Okay. I may have made an error.
If you want some terror, last couple of hours, plenty of memories you can take.
We got plenty of that. So he goes, all right, I'm gonna let you use this once. There's a trapdoor underneath underneath this chair. Trapdoor leads to the roofs. He goes, now the thing about the roofs is they're dangerous. You got to move quick. Lots of doors. Might run into an airplane as well, but move fast. Currently, there's a door open in the Clockwork District. It's maybe about 1 kilometer from where this goes in. You just go due left as you go out. Follow it straight there. Don't stop for nothing.
So who wants to go first? Anybody?
Well, I've gone kind of pale because for some odd reason, after bringing that memory up, I can't stop thinking about it. So
I'll go first.
So you go in through this trapdoor that's underneath his chair. You step through it, and you fall on top of what looks to be the roof of a huge building. You have there's like a little alcove in the side of the building, which is where you kind of drop into, but then you look out and you can see way down these buildings. Like There's a few gaps here and there, enough to where not enough to make it very worrisome, but you know, you're looking and you look down and it goes a long way down, and you see a whole bunch of like different doors, along with a variety of strange things that you wouldn't expect to be on top of the roof. Maybe tables, some chairs. You see what look to be ramps, big sort of like pool bowls, like it looks like an empty pool type of things, and these are all over. And he told you head due left.
So I had left, and as fast as I can go, I start to run.
Yeah, it's not as fast as you'd like it to be because your lungs are missing. It's about 1 kilometer, so it's going to be a little while. Are you guys joining her?
Yeah, I'll jump in next.
There's no way I'm leaving everyone at this point. So yes.
Yeah. So you continue by this whole area and you're running, jumping over rooftops. Something striking and strange that happens as you walk by. You see an airplane, and it is like fixed into one of the rooftops, and you kind of glance inside and you see people sitting in this airplane, just sitting there. They look like they're waiting to get wherever they want to go. However, their clothes strike you as though they're going to a disco. It's a little strange, and you just keep on moving.
Huh.
You find this door, this other door, the one that he described to you. You open the door, and you come straight out into an alley. There's no door behind you anymore, and you notice a lot of things. There's a lot of brass and copper colored things. There are pipes moving everywhere, and there's a tick. It's like a consistent tick, and you see it's like sort of it's the cadence for everything. So as you're looking on the street, people are moving, and they're moving in it's not like a march from a military, but all of their movements are very, very in sync. And where they're going is very directed. Another striking feature is you look around and there are clocks everywhere. However, each clock has 13 hours as opposed to the regular 12 that you're used to seeing. It's about 10 o'clock right now on on the clocks. And again, people are moving. Everyone seems to have something to do, and they seem to all be in time together. And you also hear like occasional wisps of steam, or like you hear something that sounds like some fire growing, but everything is together on a beat. It sounds like a very, almost like a found sound symphony, where it's just like things are together and they're playing in a very perfect sort of way.
It's Wonderland. Well, we're here. Now what?
We should hunt for the witch doctor.
Yeah. Any idea? I'm gonna try to wave someone down as they walk by, and just be like, "Hey, do you know where the witch doctor is?"
Yeah, he you notice he steps out of the path down into your alley before he stops, as to not disturb the traffic that's happening. And he goes, "The witch doctor, yeah, two blocks down this way and a block to the right." He goes, "That's where you'll find him."
Thanks. Thank you, actually. Kind of look at everyone. It's like, wow, that was surprisingly easy. Well, should we go down? At least scope the place out.
Yeah, I say let's go.
All right.
Okay.
I'm still dealing with the fact that
Step out of character really quickly. Oh, I'm sorry.
But I said basically, I was going to say I'm still dealing with the fact that I've just found out that I'm missing a brain. So I'm kind of sandwiched in the middle of you, not really wanting to lead and not really wanting to be at the back, because even though I seem to be able to control and do everything, but the lack of a brain concerns me.
Oh, trust me, I'm freaking out about the liver and have decided to swear off any joy for quite a bit of time until this gets figured out. So, hey, I'm stepping out of character really quickly. I'm going to step away from my computer for like 30 seconds. Just keep going, and I'll jump right back in. So.
All right. So you walk along the whole area. You see a variety of cafes. You see some bars. You see things that look a little more like shops that you're used to. It does strike you as odd that you do not see anything that looks like a hotel. It seems strangely absent from these busy streets, especially considering the other things that are there, because they're generally like not tourist attractions per se, but like cafes, shops, things like this. These buildings all stretch super high, but nope, no hotels. And you walk, you get to the what is clearly labeled as the witch doctor's practice. And it's interesting because the building facade is very, very utilitarian, very square. But then you look into the window and it is out in a voodoo style area.
So it's not.
Like a cauldron and torches,
Yeah, like
shelves
you got
with
like
a bunch of weird stuff on it and everything.
exactly. You're seeing like jars of preserved things. And all sorts of various like skins and dried things hanging up. Some that look alive, some that look dead. Things that are entirely alien and unfamiliar to you as well. A variety. Just a variety of things that if you were to picture, you've read storybooks or seen things about voodoo doctors of the bayou, and like this goes beyond what you would expect. Shrunken heads, charms, feathers.
Okay, I take it we're outside the shop looking in the window, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm looking around and see if I can see any signs of life inside.
Yeah, there are a couple of people in. You see somebody like go in and purchase something and come out, and he seems to come out and, well, they like go in and there's like a reception area and then there's a back, and you see people going in the back and people coming out, and
Everyone else. Oh, sorry, go on.
Oh no, I was just gonna, as we're looking at, kind of look at everyone and say, guys, before we go in here, I've been thinking, why did what he took from us? Why did he take that? It seems like everything's so dreamlike around here. It seems like it'd be symbolic. Like my liver's gone, and I'm the first person to admit that I was drinking quite a bit more than I should have before this thing happened, and I was worried about it. One more damn thing to worry about, the way my life's been going lately. So the liver kind of makes sense for me. But, I turned to Piper, like, your lungs. Why would your lungs be important? Or your brain, Tim? And maybe if we kind of figure out why things were taken, it might give us some insight into this entire
Well, if we're
thing.
going along that line of thought, I was running and exerting myself quite a bit before I found myself in that dungeon that we woke up in.
Where were you running from?
I had some problems with some people.
I'm sorry to hear that. What about you, Tim?
As far as Tim's concerned, he's literally, he's fine. it's basically everyone else who seems to think that that he needs to go and see a therapist and that he needs to take the pills and all this. As far as he's concerned, he's completely fine. No idea why his brain's been taken.
All right, I look over and
I like to think that it's your other voice that says that to everybody else.
Well, stepping out of character, I decided that if he gets more madness, not to jinx myself here, but if he gets more madness, then the other voices will start to creep in, and eventually he might just completely change to one of the other ones, or just have little sparks of random. Yeah, but he's batshit.
So should we all go in, or just a couple of us?
Everyone else, you can hide your scars. I might have to linger outside because mine's a little bit obvious.
Yeah.
Or I could borrow your hat.
Yeah, sure. My character's wearing
the Christmas
a baseball cap, but there you go, Tim.
Sweet. Pulls it down. Away we go.
All right, we walk in.
Yeah. So you walk in. There is a human woman sitting at the reception, and she says, "Are you here to see the witch doctor?"
Yeah, we're here to see the witch doctor.
Okay. He's free right now. You're more than welcome to go back.
Thanks.
I get a little excited when I just hear the term "go back" until I realize what she means. So,
Okay.
all right, I kind of look over at everyone else, shrug, and take a deep breath, and I start moving forward.
And I'm kind of loosening it up since there's no creatures or goblins that I've seen in the city so far. Just the presence of actual people is making me feel a little bit better.
Cool. Okay. So go ahead.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to say anything.
Okay. So you walk back, you walk in the back, and there's this huge lumbering creature, maybe like 7 feet tall. His back is kind of arched. He has this mask on. He has this purplish skin. He's wearing what looks like a pseudo's doctor suit, but it's obviously a little small for him. And he's sitting in his chair, and as the four of you walk in, he just smiles.
Do we get the sense that he recognizes us?
Absolutely, he recognizes you.
All
I
right.
take the chair leg and I slam it on the counter and say, "What the fuck did you do to us?"
Way to play it cool.
Was that the plan? I look over at Tim. Was that the plan?
I apologize for my friend here, since my character does have a little bit of charisma abilities. So I'm kind of feeling it within, and I'm going to channel it. I'm like, I apologize for my friend here, but I do believe that you have certain things that belong to us, and we would like them back.
He smiles again, and he goes, "That's right. I do have things that belong to you." He goes, if you'd like them back, I have 2 tasks for you.
Of course.
He goes,
And what are they?
He goes, well, the first one is just a simple test. I want to make sure that what I think happened. And he looks right at you, Tim, and he goes, tell me why I took your parts.
Because you're a dick.
He goes, wrong answer. He goes, ask them. Ask the voices. Tell me, why did I take the parts?
I kind of look over and at the noise of voices. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, no one else knows about the voices. I'm just like backing off slightly. And they're just like, the way I see it, he's got like, the conscience, the other two, the angels on the shoulders sort of thing.
Yeah.
One was like, listen to him. The other one's like, shh, he's talking bollocks, And he literally just sort of stands in silence for a few minutes, looking a bit shell shocked.
So he stands up, and his figure is much more imposing on you. And he starts to say louder. He said, "I said, ask them."
And this is inside his head, but he's just like, "What the hell is he talking about?" And the other ones sort of say, "There's whispers more than anything. There's not the actual voices. There's whispers of other voices and bits, and there's scraps of words, but he can't really make them out. It's just it's like something that he's going to have to sit and just like, or to have to let percolate for a while before he'll be able to make any sense of it. 'Cause it's very fragmented, like something's missing."
Tim, do you hear voices?
No,
No.
maybe we all, don't we all? You've got your little, no, just
I've
me.
been told I like the
Okay.
sound of my own voice, but I don't hear others.
Just the occasional one. Just yeah, have been known to hear the voice of dead people every now and then. Yeah, but
Just-
nothing. Fine. My therapist might have given me some pills, but I might have thrown them down the drain. It's fine. Do him.
He goes, "I see that you guys obviously don't want my help. That's okay. You're not going to need the parts. It's okay."
Oh, I think we want your help. Don't judge us based off of him right now. Why don't we come back to him? Give him some chance to pull himself together.
I said I had 2 tasks for you. Task number 1 is you tell me why I took the parts.
Well, I can tell you why you took mine. I already admitted it. I was drinking too goddamn much. I was feeling like a piece of shit. I figured.
Not it.
And that sense of ease I had before we came back into this room is kind of dissipating, and I kind of raised my hand. I said,
Go ahead.
"From what I've seen and where we've been, there's apparently a commodity for bits and pieces of peoples and animals and other creatures. You harvest these and you sell them to the highest bidder."
Good guess. I have done that before. Also not it.
You didn't even take anything from me. What is this?
But I put something in for the same reason.
What is it?
And he starts looking at his thing and kind of like writing things down. And
Is his handwriting the least bit legible? He is a doctor.
not in a way that, no, not in any way, shape, or form.
Damn.
Worth a try.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so oh, go on.
Oh no, go on.
I was going to say, he just kind of like, Tim has a moment and goes, "Okay, so hand to God, going out on a limb here, possibly. I could be considered as, the whole brain missing thing could be considered as something that needs to be fixed in there, possibly, or some connection that's broken. The word batshit has been thrown around at work. Am I getting warm?"
Tim, you know the voices know the answer. You ask them, and they will tell you.
All they say is whispers. It's just bits of nonsense and crap from the occasional blast of old mother.
Have you asked them?
I run over to Tim and I grab him by his shirt collar, and it's like, just for the love of God, just ask the voices.
He's not a fan of confrontation at all, so he just hands, and just shoves you straight back and just like backs up against the wall. like, you know, cat in headlights, just against the wall, and just like looks all pale and stuff, like, you know, like he's not really thought about asking them, because he's only been on the receiving end of it so far. He's had one sort of 3-part conversation, and that was it. You know, 3 lines, and that was it. So he's going to have to take some time to. So he's just like, give me time, anytime. I'll talk to them. I'll talk to the voices. I'll try and talk to the voices. Just give me some time.
I'm going to slip into my teacher voice for a little bit. I'm like, Piper, knock it off. That's not helping. Tim, take your time. I think we've got time. And I look at the witch doctor. Do we have time?
He goes, you got a little bit of time.
Okay.
He goes, I'm not going anywhere.
And neither are we, it
Something
seems.
that we needed. Did you take things that we abused?
He goes, I tell you what, I can give you the other task first. He goes, might be a little bit harder than it needed to be, but that's okay. He goes, I need I need some of the bugs from Patchwork. He goes, doesn't often want to give them up. He's living in the Black City.
Of course.
He goes, you go get me some of Patchwork's, how should we say it? Innards, and you don't need all of them. You don't need to take them apart. You just need about a jar full, and he hands you a jar. He goes, you come on, and he says, come on back with that, and you'll be halfway there.
I heard that people like us don't go to the Black City.
He goes, well, if my experiment worked, you should be fine. If it didn't, then you're going to be in trouble.
What kind of experiment did you do to us?
He goes, one of you already has the answer to that.
We all kind of look at Tim.
So, and he gives you directions to the place. And he tells you where it is.
How do we get to the Black City?
Buses. You know it's buses. Same way you get anywhere.
Okay.
And you'll be here when we get back?
I'm quite interested to see
I'm so happy
if
that
you get back.
you find us intriguing.
Dick.
No, he didn't take that.
But let's not piss off the 7-foot purple guy. Let's just go get his jar of guts and get our stuff back.
Yeah. All right, who wants to take the jar? Let's get out of here.
I'm gonna grab the jar.
Okay. I'm feeling surprisingly pretty good about myself for the first time in a long time. Like, oh, wait, I'm dealing with something. So, like, oh, this is what it's like being charged for a second.
And as you leave the room, you literally have to peel me off the wall.
Tim, come on. It's going to be fine.
Carry Tim like a baby. There you go.
No, he's just talking to himself, just like, because, yeah, he's just muttering to himself as if, you know, that helps.
Well, that might be good. He's asking. So.
So you guys get to the bus, same deal. There are the 3 lines. The line to the Black City is full of nightmares. You don't see another single person there.
I'd say we just get in line and act nonchalant.
Now's the moment of truth, guys. Let's go.
Let's see if this experiment worked, whatever the hell that means.
I kind of shuffle in towards the line, but with my back towards the nightmares.
I'm still holding on to my little bludgeon club, though, just to be on the safe side.
So nobody seems to take any notice. You take the bus. It's the same situation as before. You spend about 15-20 minutes traveling, and then it gets dark, and all you can see is the road. And then it opens back up, and you look, and there are buildings, super high buildings everywhere. You can't see the tops of them, and everything is made out of either black steel or obsidian. And there are these high rises of this like glossy black buildings. As you're driving, the road is complete concrete everywhere, just absolutely black. You get off the bus, and the first thing that you notice that is quite unsettling is that the ground seems to rise and sink as though it is breathing. Now, not enough. It's not quick. It doesn't go fast. So it's not like disorienting you. However, it like slowly rises over the course of like a couple minutes and then slowly begins to sink again, the ground underneath your feet. And you notice everything is doing this.
Oh dear.
Is it me or does it look like it's breathing?
Yeah, I noticed that too. Let's just kind of keep going. The shorter time we're here, the better, I'm thinking. What about you guys?
Yeah. I look for somebody and ask them where to find Patchwork.
He gave you directions.
Oh,
and
sorry.
He also told you that probably asking around people is not going to go well for you.
Oh, never mind. I don't do that then.
You know, I think maybe we should have asked them who Patchwork was. I have a bad feeling we're just kind of walking blindly into something. There's been a lot of somethings this entire day. So,
Do I see street lights or a payphone or anything
There are
like that?
street lights for sure.
Let's make our way to Patchwork then.
But they're low light. So
Like gaslight?
yeah, and like they provide just a small amount of light, enough to see, but not enough for everything to be clear. Like you still see things move in and out of the shadows.
I'm doing my best to blend in. You know, peak of borrowed cap still down. You know, hoodie pulled up over that. Literally, just head down, just trying to sort of make my way.
So as you're walking towards this place, you see about 8 of these little childlike things that you saw before with the skulls for the head, and one of them, like their teeth starts to chatter, and they churn and they just look straight at you guys, and then they all turn and look, and they start to like bound towards you.
how quick is bound? They are
Like,
like babies.
Quick, like fast. They move way faster than they look like they should be able to. So,
Run.
yeah, they jump as a pack at I'm gonna say they initially, you guys start to run, and Piper, you're running a little bit slower, so they all jump at you. So you have a pain of 6 coming at you. You get a chance to defend against it, basically.
Okay, so how do I go about adding past the 3?
So you can choose to take 1 level of exhaustion, which will stay with you until you remove it, and you have to roll at any time. Or you can choose to roll extra madness die. Also, if either your madness power or your your exhaustion talent helps you in this situation, which I don't think the exhaustion one will, you can choose to use that.
Okay. Yeah, I think the madness would. I've got kind of a lay of the land, so just add 3 more to that 3, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was your madness talent again? Was it the like you? I feel like it was traveling through things.
Like electronic devices or.
I mean, I'm going to go with the lamp posts are technology in this. So if you wanted to make an attempt to like travel through the light posts, that could definitely be something that you do.
Yeah, I'll try that.
And that would definitely help with you dodging.
Okay.
So, yeah. So we're going to say you use that as well. All right.
Six dice, right?
6 dice.
Okay.
I'm rolling 6. You can roll as many as you like.
Okay. I'll roll 6.
So you, okay. That is 5, 3, 1. So I have 1, 2 successes. 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4 successes, and you have.
I have 5.
5. Okay, so it's 5 successes. I'm going to spend one of my counters. I get a counter. Well, I don't get a counter anymore, but I'm going to spend one to choose that one of your madness dice hits 6. So madness is going to dominate, but you do succeed.
Okay.
Which also means, that's how I do it. So I'm putting up 1. This is a coin. So the counters on mine are ones that you can spend. I'm just going to keep track of mine down here. So I spend that. So madness dominates, but you do teleport through these light things, and the rest of you actually see this happen.
Okay, as I do that, my body kind of turns to lightning, and it jumps into one of the lights and travels down the street.
Yeah. So you come out like 2 or 3 of these posts later, and like that. So tell me, which of your responses are you checking off? Fight or flight? Because madness is dominated.
Flight.
Flight. Okay. So you guys see these baby things leap out at Piper, and Piper in an instant like disappears and appears 3 gold like light posts ahead of all of you. These things are still running after you.
Well,
so you guys can make a choice. Yeah, sorry, there's no initiative in this game. So that group got a chance. Now you guys can get a chance to do what you want to do about this.
I yell, Piper. Vensier disappeared, shocked. But I'm definitely in favor of beating the crap out of these things. I've hid them since the first moment I saw the first one.
Okay, so it'll still be a pain of the way that a group works is the more there are, the stronger they are function as a group. So it's still going to be a pain of 6 to attempt to kill one of them because they're kind of swarming. But as you get rid of them, it will most likely get easier. So.
All right. All right. So I guess I will try these dice out. I'm not sure if I quite understand the combat system yet, but we'll go with it. So how many dice do I get?
You get 3 discipline to start with.
Okay.
You always get those 3. You can add each turn, you can add up to 1 exhaustion.
Okay. So I could roll 4 dice
but
then.
You could roll 4, which the exhaustion will be permanent. Anytime you can roll up to 6 madness, and you can roll like 6 madness one turn and then 0 the next. It's up to you.
Okay. All right. And really quickly, just to clarify again,
Yes.
when I roll, what am I going for? Each dice is considered a separate thing, right?
So what happens is you have a number of successes. You're attempting to get more successes than I get.
Okay.
However, if you, depending on the category, you may get a different thing may dominate, which lets you be, which definitely has different effects. If exhaustion dominates, you get more tired, so you'll add another exhaustion die. If madness dominates, you have to do a fight or flight response. If discipline dominates, you can get rid of one of those things. So
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to roll my 3 normal, and then I'll take 2 for madness, because why not?
okay.
So that's 5 dice entirely, and roll.
All right.
2, 3, 3, 3.
So that's 4 successes versus my 1 success. And pain dominates. So, yeah, you smash one of these things. Tell me what it looks like.
Oh, I scared my cat when I did that. Apparently not used to me growling, but yeah, no, I just take this handle, I bring it right down one of those freaking skull things, and as it cracks open, I just let out kind of a berserker scream, which is really weird for how I look. Mild-mannered teacher got angry. So.
There are 5 more of them. What are you two doing, Tim and Kevin?
I think I'd be next in line because I was like sandwiched in the middle of everybody. So literally, I'm going to use. I'm going to basically defend, but I'm going to use my madness talent, which would I envision it as like a sort of hedgehog thing, sort of he backs up, but from like spikes, of shadow.
Oh yeah.
And just impale one of these things on it. So it's a
Okay.
It's a defensive maneuver, but it's
That's fine.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so you're rolling against 5. How many to use your madness talent? You have to use madness die. How many for that? I'd probably say you need to use at least 3.
Right, okay, so it's 3 for the discipline and 3 for madness. Roll. Oh, okay.
I have 1, 2 successes. You have 3 successes. So you get it. Pain dominates. So tell me what this looks like.
Literally just like they see Piper disappear. One of them gets smashed. The next one, it literally in the second moment, just like leaps, goes for the face, and I just like back up, and this literally like a ball of spikes just erupts out and just goes straight through its eye socket.
Awesome. So Piper and Kevin, you still both have a turn?
I'm gonna go ahead and run up and smash it like I'm playing golf.
Just swing one. All right.
Yeah.
It's getting easier to hit them, so you're going up against a pain of 4.
All right. I will use
Or
2
3, sorry.
madness.
All right.
1 success.
1 success. So you fail at this. However, discipline dominates, so nothing bad happens. So you walk up and you swing really hard, and it just moves out of the way real quick. And Piper, what are you doing?
I'm still 3 light
Still
posts
3.
ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try to flank. I'm going to run around to the right of everybody and try to get behind one of these things and smash it.
Okay. So roll against the pain of 3.
3 successes.
All right. And I hit roll and nothing's happening. Let's do this again. Oh, because I don't have any dice selected. That'll do it. All right.
Heroes.
There we go. So yeah, you succeed. You take one of them out.
And
Go ahead.
go ahead. I just jump on its back and grabbing the back of its head, I smash its head down on the pavement.
Yeah.
Brutal.
So the other 2 kind of look at you guys and start skittering away.
Yeah. You
However,
run.
You've just witnessed somebody turn into electricity and somebody grow spikes from their hands.
Tim, what was that? What happened to you?
Still trying to figure that out myself.
Piper, what was that? I thought you were a goner.
I'm going to sit there and try and get spikes to come out of my hands.
Me too. I'm going to try and do it again and be like, nope.
I don't know what happened. I just felt like static all over my body, and the next thing I know, I'm a block away from you.
Do you think this is what the witch doctor was talking about by the experiment? We've become mutants.
I can think of worse stuff.
I wonder if I have a healing power. That'd be not. No, if I had a healing power, the liver would be back.
And I've become a brainless hedgehog. Great.
You know, you're starting to sound like a paranoid android over there. Just saying. Well, that was interesting. I don't know why those things attacked us. I don't know what happened to you guys. I don't know if I can do any of that. I don't think I can shoot any spikes out of my body, so I don't have a clue. But I do think we should keep moving in case they come back with friends.
Yeah, is there anyone watching us as we sit there?
No, but there are some denizens that sort of just walk by and ignore you. However, nothing seems to be taking its attention on you at the moment, or turning its attention towards you.
Okay, then yeah, let's keep moving, guys.
Quickly.
Yeah. Not so quickly you vaporize and show up 3 blocks ahead of us, though.
Yeah, that kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Unless you can take us with you.
Yes, yes.
I don't even know how I did it. Apparently it's triggered by stress or something.
You know,
Makes sense.
I was going to say my exhaustion talent is that I'm this talented researcher who can draw connections between different pieces of information really quickly. So with that in mind, do I start tabulating like something that would be useful, like figuring out what's going on?
I'm going to say at this point, you don't have to roll for this. You're starting to collect some data. You may have some theories and ideas. You could make a check with that. It's going to be really difficult right now, probably like a pain of 10 based on just 2 things that happen. But as you gain more data, as more things happen, then I'll make it easier.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not going to roll for it yet, but I'm just mentally taking some notes.
Yeah. Okay. So you walk to the house that's described without any particular problems. Nobody seems to be bothering you. When you get to this house, there are 2 things standing outside of it that look as though they're being held up by strings, but there is no strings to be seen.
Like a marionette?
Yeah, their positioning is much like a marionette. They're kind of like standing there with like their arms out and head is kind of cocked a little bit funny. And the way that they move, it's sort of like very marionette-like.
Creepy.
It's kind of keeping my distance from those things. That's a little freaky.
Is there a hidden path maybe around the house?
If you have...
shadows?
What's your madness talent?
To disappear into the shadows.
You could...
Like disappear.
Yeah. Everything is dark here. So if you wanted to disappear and to look around for an alternative path, absolutely.
Perfect.
You would have to roll at least 3 madness for that, and I'm going to give it a pain of 6.
Okay.
You can roll more if you like, and you can roll exhaustion if you like as well.
Yeah, I'll roll an exhaustion.
Okay, so your exhaustion sticks with you, by the way.
Right.
Just so you know.
I'll figure out how I'm going to mark it.
So there should be like 6 boxes by the oh, but you probably didn't use the... Yeah.
Nope, I got it. Sweet.
Cool.
All right. So rolling now.
Right?
3 successes.
And I have no successes. So, and what?
Discipline and madness.
Yeah. I'm going to spend one and add another 6 to your pool, which makes madness dominate.
Okay.
Basically add another 6 to your, yeah, that's what I do. So, yeah, tell me, so you go through and you do see you just disappear. You kind of like step backwards into the shadows and nobody else knows what's going on. And you go around and you find something in the back, and it's guarded by a couple of those little baby things that you've already attacked. It's a pretty small area, but you do find it. Are you having a fight or a flight response to this?
I chose fight.
Okay. All right. So then, presumably, you just start swinging away at these things.
Yeah, as soon as I see him guarding the back door, I just start pounding him with the stick.
It's a pain of 3.
All right.
And you have to roll the 1 exhaustion.
Sweet. 1 success.
That's enough. You
And
smash both of them up.
Dominates.
Discipline dominates, right?
Yep.
6. So you can either remove an exhaustion or remove a fight or flight response. It's your choice.
I'll remove my fight response.
Okay. Or you can do nothing when discipline dominates as well. That's an option. So you smash these 2 things up and you're still kind of smashing them, and you kind of calm down a little bit.
I'm still in the shadows?
You're still in the shadows.
Then I'll go back to the guys and I'm just going to start talking. Be like, hey guys, I found another route. There's a back door. It's completely unguarded.
Where did you go?
You don't actually see him. You hear his voice.
Where are you?
I tap him on the shoulder. I'm right here. Don't you see me?
No, I don't see you.
Oh, that's probably how I got past those guys then. Well, there's another thing over here if you want to check it out. It's a back door, completely unguarded. I can make a distraction with those marionettes so you guys can get across. They won't be able to see me, but they can hear me.
You turn invisible. I just kind of make a note of that. I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah, your arm is
doing
getting
the spikes.
super itchy. Like, even though you're invisible,
Yeah.
and it's starting to like wiggle.
Let's go into the back door. I don't know what's going on here, but it seems safe.
Yeah, you guys do that. I'll distract the marionettes.
Okay. You do that. I don't need a roll for distracting the marionettes.
Okay.
And you guys get up in there. As you ascend the stairs, you hear somebody muttering to themselves. Kind of like he goes between like a low mutter where he's talking about his work, and then for other parts he's kind of singing about it. He's talking about like cutting, he's sitting there and he's like, oh, like they take all my tools away, take my license away, and then he kind of like cackles in it, and his whole like cadence changed, and he's like, we cuts them up, we sew them together, we keep it all and put it, but then he changes again. He's like, and as you like look at this person, it looks like he has different patches of skin that are sewed together, a bit more artfully than you're sewing, but it seems like the skin is almost a little too loose for the frame, and there seems to be a little bit of movement under the skin.
Like it's not connected to anything.
like there's something that it's not connected, and also there seems to be a presence of other things underneath it. It looks like there are like some type of parasite or maggot or something crawling underneath the skin. So you're seeing movement on underneath his skin in addition to it being kind of loose.
Well, that's probably what we came for. He said he doesn't normally give them up, but maybe he will if we tell him where we came from. So I say we get his attention, and maybe I can sweet talk him. Obviously, that's actually my badness power, if nothing else. So, although I don't know that yet.
I'll have your back. I'll hide behind you and ready to attack. Just give me a code word.
All right.
It should be
When I
Lucy.
If I say fight, you fight.
So inconspicuous.
Something tells me if this guy comes after us, we're not going to need much subtlety. So, Mr. Patchwork, I presume.
He like perks up and he looks around and he's like, he sighs. What is it asking us?
It has come from what was the goblin's name again? That we're working. Grinky. Oh, but the witch doctor. Okay, sorry. It has come from the witch doctor with a favor to ask of you.
Witch doctor always wants us to do favors. What does the witch doctor want us to do now?
He's requesting a small amount of what was the exact term? Just
Innards.
Yeah. He's requesting a small amount, simply a jar full of your innards for one of his experiments. And we understand fully well the frustration, as he has been asking us for favors as well.
Asks you for favors too?
Yes.
Why do you listen to it?
He has things that we want.
I suppose. So he stops and he thinks about it. Make a charm roll. It's going to be a pain of 8.
Pain of 8. So okay. So I can. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to roll 9. So my 3 regular and then 6 madness.
Okay.
Which I think I can do. So.
Yeah, totally.
Sweet. Okay, cool. Roll.
You can also add an exhaustion if you want. That's up to you. But all right, I have 3 successes.
Okay. How do I judge success again? I'm sorry.
3 or lower.
3 or
you
lower.
Have far more than 3. Yeah.
Yeah. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 successes.
Okay. So pain dominates, but you succeed. He goes, we remember why we give it to him, because he has things we want. And he may have things we want in the future. So yes, we will give it to the witch doctor. And he sort of pulls loose a piece of his skin, and these maggoty creatures start just pulling out. Says, come, put him in the jar.
I reach around the corner with the jar.
And we thank you very, very kindly for your help.
It says, but next time it comes to see us, it does us a favor, not the witch doctor.
I think that may be fair. Let's get out of here, guys.
All right. So he kind of ignores you as you're doing your thing. He sits back down, hums his little tune as he's continuing to work on some type of experiment that you're not entirely clear on. And you get out of there. You're out the back of the building.
That was surprisingly easy.
Yeah, it was way too easy.
Yeah.
That's what I was knackered.
I'm persuasive. I'm not normally that persuasive, but I'm not going to complain either. let's just get the hell back to the witch doctor and get out of this place.
Agreed.
Let's get out
All
of here.
right. So you get back to the bus. It's not a particularly difficult task. You get onto the bus. You head back to the Clockwork District. Your arm is kind of getting like almost like a dark blackish color on it right now.
Oh, fuck.
The breathing is getting a lot more difficult. You're all not feeling too great. You get back, and the witch doctor, the woman lets you right in the back. The witch doctor is still sitting, writing in his thing.
We brought you your stuffing.
He goes, good. And he makes a couple of notes. And in his low voice, he's like, so I presume the experiment is working. He goes, now you have one more task.
You said,
Tell me, why did I take the things?
Is there a chance that due to my research skills, I can kind of maybe draw the right answer at this point?
Sure, I'm going to make it a pain of 8.
Pain of 8?
Yeah.
I'm going to do the 6 madness to get my 3 normal, and I'll throw 1 exhaustion in there too. So out of 10.
Okay.
Fingers crossed, guys. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. So, you get the striking feeling that this has something that what he's done and what you're noticing people are able to do are somehow related.
Okay. Well, I basically say, like, hey, I've noticed that we've all developed certain powers, and those seem connected to our personality or what we do with our lives. And you also took organs from us that are also directly related to our personalities and how we identify ourselves, or even what our problems are.
He smiles. He goes, "Go ahead."
I say I've got a quick question too. In my situation, you've taken something from me that would allow me to run away as quick as I can, but now I have the ability to basically travel at the speed of light. Is there any correlation between you taking my lungs and me being able to travel that fast?
He kind of smiles at all of you and he says, you've noticed. And right now, Tim, the voices in your head are going off at an alarming rate and you're starting to hear them and understand them. And you keep hearing them repeating like quietly first, this word, the same word again and again. It's like, and slowly at first, it's awake, awake, awake. And finally you hear the voice in your head screaming at you, you are awake. I don't know if you just look like crazy or if you say that out, that's up to you.
I just sort of like, I'm stood there and I just sort of go, we're awake. We're awake?
He smiles and he says, you've got the second. He goes, I took those things from you to wake you up.
Why?
Well, I think that's actually where we're going to end the session today because we got about like 20 minutes. So,
Great game. That was very fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ryan.
No problem at all. I enjoy this game. It's super weird and super fun, and a really well built mechanic system for how bizarre the game is. So, yeah.
Looking forward to next session.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Cool. Good. It's fun. You guys did a really great job of one way that this game can fall flat really easy is if, especially with this many characters, is if you're not interacting with each other, if it just becomes like churn, but you guys did a great job of that. So awesome. It was really great. Yeah. Thanks, you guys. That was a really fun session. And it definitely took some good twists and turns.
Yeah.
Thank you for getting up so early.
No problem at all. It is now 9:40 in the morning for me.
Sunday, right?
So Sunday, yeah. So
Are you in, like, China?
yeah, I'm in Beijing.
Oh,
so,
shit. Okay.
Yeah. So I am in China.
You teach out there, didn't you say?
Yeah, I teach 4th grade.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That is so cool.
So-
I love teaching college, and I always thought that when I was teaching public schools, I had the wrong age, that I should have gone like 4th or 5th grade instead of high school. I think I would have enjoyed it much better. So,
Yeah, no, it's a fun career and a cool thing to be doing.
oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
awesome. But yeah, again, thanks guys so much. Your characters are great. I still don't have the character sheets, all of them. I have some of them. Either put them, I don't know what happened if I didn't get them, and it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's just that this is so character driven that I do want to look at your backstories and I feel like one of the things was I could have done a little bit better job making sure you had like success challenges that you were good at. But I couldn't get to the thing today, the drive. So maybe just post them on the Facebook chat and then I'll put them in a folder and I won't lose them again. So, other than that, which is not a big deal at all. It was awesome. Like I said, I really liked your guys' reactions. I really liked how good you were at like the different situations, trying to really play out the characters and the conversations. It was really good, guys. Thank you.
nice.
Thank you.
Do you need me to re-upload mine again, or do you still have that one?
I have yours. Yours is still uploaded. The other ones, either just put them in the Facebook chat or email them to me, whatever. I'll put my email again on there. Either one. It's just so that I can start bringing in more of your backstory. That's all.
I've
So,
got a quick question
that's-
about the talents.
yes.
I did notice that there's like a minor and a major.
Yes. So what happens is, actually, I mean, you guys, we spent so much time role playing. There wasn't actually that much rolling. When you use your talent, you can use your exhaustion talent. You can make a minor or a major use of it. A minor use means that you are guaranteed a number of successes equal to what your level of exhaustion is. So if you have 2 exhaustion, no matter what you roll, you will at least get 2 successes.
Okay.
Now, there's a major use, which requires you to add a level of exhaustion, but you get to add your current number of exhaustion to your successes. So like, if you wanted to use a minor use of the research talent, let's say you're like researching where something is in the Black City, right? You could make a minor use of your talent if you have it at 2 exhaustion and you roll, and let's say it comes up 1, 3, 2, 5, 5. Well, in that case, you only get 2 because you were guaranteed to get at least 2. If you hadn't rolled a 1 and a 3, if they were all above 3, you'd still get a 2 because you used a minor use. Now you could use a major use, which ups your exhaustion, and then your total would have been 4 because you add to it, as opposed to just like guaranteeing that much success.
Okay. So what should I put on my sheet for the time I use my ability?
You don't have to say it because you can also just be like, I'm a researcher, so can I do this? Okay. I wouldn't have let somebody else do that even. And you didn't use a minor or major use of it. You could have, but you didn't, and it wasn't a big deal.
Okay.
You still were successful. So you don't have to use a minor or major use. You can still just do it.
Okay.
It's just an option.
Trying to figure out all the mechanics and everything yet. So
Yeah, it's interesting. It's simple, but it is interesting and very different from other things. So,
all right.
any other questions?
I just think we took our first steps to becoming major YouTube celebrities today. So I expect the fan mail to start rolling in at any moment now. So
I'm sure Justin knows all about that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
My audience.
Yeah. There's something that they always say at the end of this, and I should know better because I've done this 3 times now. What is it that we say at the end?
Somebody has a sign off or something. I can't think what it is.
Yeah.
See you around the table.
No, just the microphone's not working.
I like that he's actively speaking, though. It's great. So, all right, guys. Thanks for a great game, and I guess I'll see you around the table.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Thank you.
Yeah, later.
Later.